Am I sweating? Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. Today's video is going to be about the Schrade SCAXE2O in fashionable orange. And Schrade was kind enough to send this to me so I could show it to you. And I've done a review of the black model, but I really like this orange one because I'm a scoutmaster, and sometimes you lend things to Boy Scouts and they get misplaced in the leaves and woods, and it's hard to find them. So hopefully this one will not have that problem. So Schrade was kind enough to send this to me to you, and what I thought I would do is kind of do a recap. I did a one-axe fire attempt with the big brother of this SCAXE2L. Didn't do a really good job on my prep. So what I thought I would do is redo that, and maybe I can do a little better job this time and restore some, if you ever had any faith in my abilities, to restore a little bit of it. So, by the way, that brings me to just a small side ramble. I don't know if you've seen, I have a video that's called something like, what kind of idiot would baton with a knife? And the reason that came up is because I was called pretty much an idiot for ever using my knife for a baton. I would never use anything but an axe. You should use a knife for knife stuff, an axe for an axe stuff, and blah, blah, blah. And basically, the phrase was used that I am a wannabe. Well, guess what? I fully, absolutely, 100% agree. I am a wannabe. I wonder how many of you guys out there that are watching are wannabes also. And what I mean by that is, I want to be better. I want to be better at what I do. I want to be better at the bushcraft, outdoors, survival, whatever kind of skills you want to call them. I want to be better. I don't consider myself an expert at any of this stuff. I am constantly learning. I learn every time I make a video. I learn every time you guys leave comments below videos. I learn watching other videos. I learn just from playing around and practicing. I want to be better. So anyway, I thought I would proudly proclaim that I am a wannabe. And so I would like, if you guys are wannabes too, leave a comment below, let me know that you're a wannabe. The wannabes of the world, let's unite. Okay, so I digress. Anyway, I've just been rolling around in my noggin up here for a little while, ever since the guy called me a wannabe. I'm assuming it was a guy. So I thought, you know what? He's right. Maybe there's some more wannabes out there. So maybe we need to have a wannabe convention. But okay, I'll get back to the axe stuff. So let's go ahead and do some close-ups of this pretty orange axe and talk about the specs real quick, and then we'll do some of that axe stuff. All right, well, once again, this is the Schrade SCAXE2O survival hatchet in beautiful orange. This hatchet features a titanium coated 3CR13 stainless steel head with a hammer pommel, an orange glass filled handle with a black TPR rubber grip, an extra large ferro rod with a lanyard which is housed inside the handle, and a thermoplastic belt sheath. The blade length on this hatchet is 3.8 inches. The handle length is 5.2 inches. The overall length is 11.8 inches, and it weighs 1.37 pounds. Okay, so that was the specs and some of the close-ups. I'm going to show you this sheath. Actually, it's got about a 2-inch belt loop on the back of it, and it actually just kind of fits in here nice and neat, snaps up, and actually prevents the blade from coming up at all. So when I first saw these, I really didn't like them, but I've used the other one for a while, and I actually wound up giving it to my nephew, but the black one, because he really wanted it. So, but this sheath actually I've had the other one almost a year, and it's done just fine. And it's kind of grown on me, so it actually is very functional and does a good job. So just, I'm not going to carry it on my belt anyway. But without further rambling, what I thought we'd do is go ahead and I'm going to carry up. I just have a pretty dead poplar tree that I just downed. Pretty good size. We'll go ahead and see if we can do a one hatchet fire. So there'll probably be a lot of fast forward in here because it's going to be a lot of chopping and splitting and stuff that you probably don't want to see, but I'll try to at least show you that I'm not cheating on the fire, right? Do you trust me? Okay, so before we do the axe stuff, I thought we might as well just get something out of the way. Okay, so here we go. Piece of poplar. Go ahead and cut a couple pieces out of it, and we'll start about right here. Okay, here we go. We can take this over to our fire area, and See what we can do with it. Okay, so take this, make a little chopping block out of it. Take the first thing we'll do is we'll take this, let's go ahead and split this up. Now I am going to baton this thing because I want to be safe, and I think that's the safest thing to do. So hopefully you can see this baton right up here. Got the hammer pommel to hit, so I think we're good. I'll just put it on the ground, maybe you can see it. So I do not have a really heavy baton, so it's going to take it a second. But once it gets started, it goes down really well. And core this thing up. Actually, we'll do it the old school way, okay? Now we'll see if we can get some, maybe some feather-like deals out of this. This is kind of punky looking. Let's go ahead and get that punky center out of the way. Okay, we're going to try this. Again, I may be jumping the gun, but hopefully not. Let me grab the ferro rod. I took it out to practice, to test the balance. Okay, somebody, by the way, had suggested that this hole here is for the ferro rod, and to strike the ferro rod, and it's not. As you can see, it's plastic all the way through. So, but this thing does have a sharpened spine up here. Supposed to be to strike a ferro rod, so we're going to see if we can get this thing to catch. I really need something heavy, hard to put this on. Let's see if this will work here like this, like so. I don't know if it will or not. I may need to do some more. Yep, okay. Now I'm going to make the same mistake twice. Let me do a little more prep. Okay, we're going to try a little trick. Try scraping some of this ferro rod material off, because don't have very much luck with this poplar for whatever reason. Oh, wait, look, we got some fire going finally. So we actually had to take the edge and shave some of the ferro rod material off, really, to get it going. But as you can see, it worked. Okay, well, that is the Schrade SCAXE2O for orange, and finally a one hatchet fire with no artificial tinder. I'd like to thank the folks at Schrade for sending me this so I could show it to you. And as you saw, it just did really well. It's the same as the other one I've already reviewed, but I like the fact that it's orange. I even like the fact that the firesteel is orange. Now I have to admit, for whatever reason, I'm not having real good luck with poplar and firesteels, but I was able to shave some of the magnesium ferrocerium material off and use it. And as you can see, really the edge is none the worse for wear. So, but I was really careful about it too. So, if you're looking for a really good little lightweight packable hatchet that really gets the job done, and call this a survival hatchet, I can agree with that. And it's orange, so you won't lose it. So, hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this has been helpful. As always, thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking that like button. Thanks for sharing it with your friends, for watching those ads, and for clicking those Amazon links. I sincerely appreciate it. Once again, my name is Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident, so be prepared. See you next time.